We've just spent 10 nights staying at one of Japan's budget hotel chains.
We're at the APA Asakusa Kaminarimon Minami Hotel.
And in today's video, we're going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly about staying at this hotel.
So make sure you watch till the end to find out everything you need to know.
Let's talk about the rooms. Like most APA hotels, the rooms are on the smaller side, with a double room being around 11 to 12 square metres. This is actually pretty typical for Tokyo, but something to be prepared for, especially if you've never been there before. We had a double room this time, and while it was compact, it had everything that we needed. One bonus in the compact room is that there's an excellent underbed storage that can easily fit a couple of suitcases. The bed is reasonably comfortable. It's slightly harder, like many of the Asian beds, but it's not rock hard. The linen is a pretty good quality for a budget hotel, but there is one downfall. The standard pillows that come in the room are super thin. They are not comfortable at all. After staying at many of the APAs over the years, we know to ask reception for the more comfortable feather ones. These ones are much better. So if you are staying and like a comfy pillow, make sure you hit up reception on your first day. The room has all the comforts that you need. There's a small mini fridge, a TV with English instructions. There's a kettle with tea and coffee satchels in the drawer. These can be topped up daily, or you can grab some extras from reception. They're happy to give them to you. There's also a hairdryer that you can find in one of the drawers. Although we didn't use the supplied slippers, they do provide these. We do use the robes though, and these can be replenished daily if you want them laundered. There's a handy full-size mirror, as well as a compact desk with multiple power points and a very, very handy universal charging plug, which took our Australian plug. On each side of the bed, there's Japanese plugs, and on one side of the bed, there's also a USB plug. The air conditioner controls, which are very handily in English. There's a clock and all of the light switches on bedside, which makes it really easy to turn everything off without having to get out of bed. Let's talk bathroom. Japanese bathrooms are an interesting experience. They are very, very compact. Don't let the size fool you though. They have everything that you're going to need. There's one of those amazing Japanese bath systems with a really deep soaking tub, and of course those high-tech toilets. There's full-size bottles of shampoo, conditioner and body wash, and to be honest, they're pretty good quality and good enough that I didn't have to bring my own from home. They also provide a range of amenities that come in very handy and can cut down on what you need to pack. There's shower caps, toothbrushes, razors, cotton tips, wash towels, combs, hair ties and makeup pads. These can be topped up throughout your stay. The shower pressure is really good, and the handheld nozzle can be wall mounted onto 2 different heights. I'm not a fan of the hanging shower curtains, but for the price I can get over that. Another handy feature in the bathroom is the mirror. There's an anti-steam section so it doesn't fog up. If that's the room, but what about the hotel amenities? There's free Wi-Fi, and it was really quite strong and reliable. Although we didn't use it, there's also a coin laundry, which is really handy for a longer stay. There's a small convenience type store in the lobby where you can buy drinks and snacks. There's also a free to use microwave and ice machine. Although there's no iron in your room, there's a trousers press available on each floor. It was a bit tricky to iron a dress using this, but Simon, our iron expert, managed it and mastered it. Checking in was easy, and although there's a self-service check-in machine, a staff member on the desk came out to help us. Throughout our stay, we found multiple staff spoke reasonable English, which was unexpected but super handy. The staff we've always found to be really friendly, and when we've emailed them prior to our stay, they've always emailed us back. They say location is everything. The hotel is right in the heart of Asakusa, just a few minutes walk from Senso-ji Temple and the famous Kaminarimon Gate. You're also really close to the subway, which makes it easy for exploring the rest of Tokyo. Honestly, the location was one of the biggest highlights for us. Access to the train and subway system is excellent. There's a direct train from Haneda Airport on the Yukyu Airport line, which takes takes less than 40 minutes and only costs 610 yen. There's also a direct train from Narita Airport on the Kansai line taking less than an hour and costs 1,380 yen. There is a cheaper direct one as well on the same line, but takes a little bit longer at nearly an hour and a half. On top of this, the walk to multiple different train lines is less than 5 minutes. This was our first time staying in Asakusa, as we normally stay in Ueno. We loved the vibe of Asakusa though, and the convenience to many of the sites. On top of that, the food scene in this area around the hotel is excellent. Asakusa is packed with many local restaurants, street foods and cafes. We loved being able to step outside and grab cheap eats or head to one of the izakayas nearby. Honestly, the location is ideal. APA Hotels are a Japanese business hotel. They're functional, affordable, clean and quiet. But what about the cost? This was one of the reasons we chose this particular hotel, and a reason why we regularly stay in APA hotels across Japan. On this stay in July 2025, we got 10 nights in a double room for a crazy 1,078 Australian dollars. At roughly $108 a night, it's a no-brainer. The prices do vary though, depending on the time of the year. We've previously booked APA hotels through many of the well-known hotel booking sites, as well as booking direct through their own website. We usually check across a range of these sites and picked the cheapest option. Overall, would we recommend the APA Hotel Asakusa Kaminarimon Minami? Yes, definitely we would recommend it. If you don't mind a smaller room and want to stay in a super convenient location, it's a solid choice. It's comfortable, clean and easy, which is exactly what you want if you're exploring Tokyo. The only bad we have is those pillows, but this can be rectified by just visiting reception and grabbing one of the different ones. Would we stay here again? Absolutely. We're heading back there next month. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Japan travel trips and vlogs. If you're trying to come up with a Tokyo itinerary, check out our Tokyo playlist for our daily vlogs with some absolutely unforgettable experiences. And if you're trying to do it on a budget, we've got all the prices in there. If you've stayed in an APA hotel before, we'd love to hear your experience. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. See you in our next video.